this is meteorologist Mark Molnar from MeteoMark.com, and we have an interesting news segment here for weather. The Weather Channel has decided to name winter storms after Greek gods and a few other sources of names. They're not all Greek god names, but a lot of them are. It's interesting to note this will be the first year they're doing it, and in the forecast community it wasn't really something they planned on ever doing, but the Weather Channel, to alleviate some confusion among other things, has decided to name these storms, and you can see the list is behind me. They start out with Athena. The A name, of course, they're going to go in alphabetical order. You got Brutus, you got Caesar, you got Draco, you got Euclid, you got Freyr, you got Gandalf, you got Helen, and the list goes down through Iago, Ove, Khan, Luna. I'm probably not pronouncing all of these completely correctly, but I'm trying to get them the best I can. You got Magnus, Nemo, Orko, Plato, Q, Rocky, Saturn, Triton, Yuko, Virgil, Walda, Xerxes, Yogi, and Zeus. So, from Athena to Zeus. This is fairly interesting because the Weather Channel, to bring apart the awareness of winter storms, since winter storms are a very dangerous component and sometimes can be just as life-threatening as hurricanes, have decided to name these storms to give them more of an identifiable nature. Now, there are some people in the forecasting community that aren't really on board with this. Of course, this is not a government-mandated, like National Weather Service, or where all the countries of the world get together and they make hurricane names. That's what they do for hurricane names. Meteorologists across the world gather and they bring together names from countries that are affected by tropical systems in those oceans, that border those oceans. So it's very interesting that the Weather Channel has decided to do this. The one question I've gotten from a lot of people already was, is there going to be enough names? Say we get a year like 1995 where we have so many nor'easters that move up the East Coast, and we could eventually end up on the order of 25, 30 names. What happens if we run all the way through Athena to Zeus this year? Keep in mind, this winter is supposed to be a lot harsher than last winter. Last winter we got off easily, especially in the east and the northern states. But nevertheless, they've decided to name these storms after Greek gods, and there's a few other names mixed into the mix. Now, what are they going to use to classify as a winter storm? Typically, anything that has a large amount of snow and wintry precipitation, probably more than, I'm thinking, 5, 6, 7 inches of snow, widespread over several states. Are they going to name these storms right before they think they're going to develop, or as they're in the process of developing? Obviously, they're not going to be named basically on the order of wind speed, because that's how hurricanes, tropical storms, and tropical depressions are named. Well, tropical storms and hurricanes. Tropical depressions are given number names. But winter storms have always, you have the blizzard Superstorm 93, you've got the Groundhog Day storm, you've got the President's Day storm. You've got all these different storms that are named after dates rather than names, and I think the Weather Channel is trying to clear things up there. Now, it is controversial. There's a lot of people wondering exactly how they plan on doing this, all the criteria. What if it's an ice storm instead of a snowstorm? That hasn't been clarified completely, but I'm sure in the coming months the Weather Channel will clarify things completely. I'm sure they're going to be posting something on their website momentarily about this winter storm lineup. So it's really interesting. I'll probably have more data on this in the future. This just came out yesterday. But the thing of it is what do you guys think of it? What is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Is it paralleling winter storms, tropical systems, trying to parallel them? Or is this just a mistake, and is it going to confuse people? At this time, I'm tempted to not take a position on it, but right now I'm interested to see how it works. Obviously it's October already, and we should be seeing our first winter storm somewhere in the eastern or western portion, whatever. Now, the thing I'm wondering is, are they going to name these only for the East Coast, or are they going to give winter storms names and Rocky Mountains and such? So there's a lot of things that really need to be clarified with this whole naming convention. But it should be very interesting to see how they do it, and I'm interested to know your comments on it as well. Most winter storms, if we take a map of the United States here, head up the East Coast. Of course, those will be easier to give names to because obviously they'll have a very closed low pressure system with lots of wind, lots of snow, and bitter cold temperatures, possibly blizzard-like conditions. But the thing of it is I want to know what you guys think. What implications, is there anything you can think that maybe it makes this good or bad in any way? I'm meteorologist Mark Molnar. I'll have more updates on this eventually, especially as the winter season unfolds. I must say it will make it easier for someone, the broadcasts such as ourselves, to classify a storm because we'll hear the Weather Channel name it and everybody will know that name is classified with that winter storm. I'm meteorologist Mark Molnar from MeteoMark.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, and if you feel inclined to, visit our webpage, www.meteomark.com. Subscribe to us above if you'd like our daily video, or videos. Sometimes we have more than one video in a day. Don't forget to visit MeteoMark.com and like this video if you like it.